Hey, it's me. I'm back again, and this week I'm here to talk about Valentine's Day because today is Valentine's Day, and don't we all just love love? I'm wearing my Bloody Valentine t-shirt that I got last year, either from Creeperama or Graveyard Goods. I'm really sorry, but I can't remember which one it was. Yeah, it's a short sleeve tie-dye. But I'm not here to talk about My Bloody Valentine this year, even though it is a great film, one of my favorite horror films, filmed in Canada, which is where I live, so I gotta love that. But this time I'm here to talk about Hospital Massacre, aka X-Ray. Nothing in the title indicates that this is a Valentine's Day movie, but let me tell you, it takes place on Valentine's Day. It takes place in a hospital. Stars Barbie Benton, I'm pretty sure I'm getting her name right, former Playboy playmate and sort of girlfriend of Hugh Hefner's. She is very cute and totally has to carry this whole movie pretty much. I think she does a pretty good job, and this was put out by Canon Films, so it is a little bit on the lower budget. I want to say cheesy, but not really. It is really fun. It's very bloody. The kills start happening right from the get-go. I don't want to give away too much of the film, but there are a lot of fun kills. It takes place in a hospital. So Barbie Benton's character, her name is Suzanne Jeremy. Yeah, so first the movie starts in a flashback scene. It's not really a flashback scene, but these two kids playing with a train track on Valentine's Day. There's hearts just everywhere, so it's Valentine's Day. They're just hanging out. They're maybe 11 years old. Susan goes in the kitchen to get some Valentine's Day cake for her and her friend. She comes back. Oh yeah, she got Valentine hand delivered at the door, but no one was there, by Harold, who I guess is a huge nerd. She goes, they're laughing, her and her friend were laughing about Harold being so stupid, and she crumbles up the Valentine and tosses it on the floor, and then goes to get herself some cake from the kitchen. And unfortunately, when she comes back into the room, her friend is dead. He also was sort of mysterious. There's no way that this makes sense in terms of physics and logic and real world stuff, but he is hanging from a coat rack by his neck. Doesn't really make sense. Anyways, she starts screaming. Obviously it's super upsetting for you to see your friend dead, and Harold is at the window laughing and then runs away. Then we cut forward 19 years, and Susan Jeremy is a high-powered executive somewhere wearing a very nice suit and leaving work, and is approached by a man and a girl, and it's her ex-husband and daughter, and I can't take care of the kid now. You're an hour early. I'm supposed to go to the hospital and get my results for my test, and it's all about the results from the test, the results from the test, the results from the exam. She goes to the hospital. Unfortunately, she can't find her doctor. It's very obviously Valentine's Day again, because there's hearts everywhere. There's a lot of creepy people in this hospital. They're all sort of focused in on her, and are really interested in what she's doing, where she's going. Maybe because she's very beautiful. I don't really know why. Oh, when her new boyfriend drops her off at the hospital to get her results, he does mention, isn't this a hospital where a patient just ran amok? And she just laughs it off. Oh, you, okay, I'll be out in a minute, just wait here for me. She goes to get the results, and her doctor's nowhere to be found. Then there's this masked man wearing a head, a paper head covering, I guess, for surgery, following her around everywhere, and he's also killing everybody. And I would say, in terms of logic, this movie has none, or doesn't seem to follow any, but in terms of fun kills, it has a lot of that. So if that's sort of your thing, more watch Hospital Massacre, especially for Valentine's Day. It feels really fun to watch a Valentine's Day movie where the Valentine's Day is definitely there. She even like later in the movie gets another cake, which is the exact same cake she had as a kid the day her friend died. They're definitely, totally, this movie is kind of like in between being a comedy and a slasher. It is an 80s slasher, but definitely with weird comedic characters that don't really make sense and don't really add that much, I guess, a little bit of levity to the film. But when you're watching a slasher, I don't think you really need it. Maybe some of them are supposed to be red herrings, some of these goofy characters, but they're not the best red herrings. And then the one guy who I think you kind of know from the beginning who the killer is going to be. And kind of like quickly into it, a lot of the people are eliminated who might be red herrings. So then you're kind of left with just like really one person. But honestly, even if you know who the killer is, this film is still really fun. I actually had 2 jump scares, like legitimate jump scares in this movie that kind of came out of nowhere. Somehow they got me. I highly recommend Hospital Massacre. I never heard about it until this week. It was super fun and I'm glad I watched it. Oh, the music, the score to this is really weird but really good. It's a lot of chanting and like weird, almost like, I want to say Goblin-esque. If someone told me that whoever did the score was influenced by Goblin, I wouldn't be surprised. If that's your thing, I would say look up Hospital Massacre, also known as X-Ray. Apparently no one could decide what this film is called. We definitely watched under Hospital Massacre, but then the title screen came up and it said X-Ray. It seems like it's a pretty 50-50 split, so you might have to look up both the titles to be able to find this movie. Make sure it's the one starring Barbie Benton, and I don't think you'll regret it. I think that's it for me for this week. I hope you're all having a great Valentine's Day. And even if you aren't, maybe check out Hospital Massacre or the original My Bloody Valentine. And to be honest, I think either of those movies will make this day so much more fun. If you've seen Hospital Massacre, I would love to hear your feelings and thoughts about it. If you want to comment below. Bye for now.